Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 to test out another brand new car added to the game. This week the BMW 850 CSI. If you haven't seen the video last week on the Singer 911, that went up same time last week if you want to check that out. And I will obviously be testing out the AMG Hammer in spring. Nothing next week, so there will be a little break there. So yes, the BMW 850 CSI. I say it's a new car in the game. Well, it's a new car in the game, but it has in fact been in 4 previous Forza games. We will go and find the car quickly while I'm telling you about it, if we go to BMW. So yeah, it's been in 4 previous Forza games. It's been in Motorsport 4, Motorsport 6, and Motorsport 7, as well as Horizon 2. So yeah, as always, lots of these cars originating in Motorsport 4. But yeah, given it's in Motorsport 7, I don't really understand why it's not already in here, because there's no issues with licensing BMWs, as far as I'm aware. But anyway, I don't think I've ever driven this previously in a Forza game, so it might be quite interesting. It's quite quiet. Don't know what it is with noises in Forza. Everything seems to have got quieter. The noises seem to have changed. So yes, this is obviously the first gen BMW 8 Series, not the new one that we get now, which interestingly has just been added to the Crew 2, the M8, so hopefully I'll test that out on there at some point. But we do kind of need the new one as well, as much as I love this old 8 Series. I do love these things. Especially the Alpina ones. But yes, the old 8 Series obviously offered with V8s and V12s, and being Forza, they're going to have the top of the range one, so yes, it's the biggest 5.6 litre V12 engine in this one, so it's not quite an M8, but it's that kind of... The CSI cars were always the sort of performance ones. It's not quite an M car, but it's that kind of idea. It's the fast one, it's the top of the range one. So yeah, they were built between 1990 and 1999, the old 8 Series. This one being a 95, I think the one we've got in Forza. Because this wasn't offered straight away, I don't think this top of the range one, it was a sort of later addition to the line. But yeah, I don't really understand why it's only just been added. It should have been in this game at launch if it's in Motorsport 7. As with any car that's in Motorsport 7 that isn't in here. I mean, sometimes there are problems getting cars in, but I kind of feel like they're just slowly feeding us old cars to make us think they're adding new content. Fine, the Singer was new this month, and I need to check the Mercedes, but... So at least they're adding some new stuff, but yeah, a lot of it is recycled. So yes, this starts in B class, at 612, so it's low B class, so I think we'll maybe build it to the top of B or possibly the top of A and see what it's like. So I will just drive the rest of the way down this road into Ambleside and we will stop at the house there and see what upgrades and customization are available. I believe there's some body kits and stuff for this, which could be a bit fun. But yeah, it's a V12 Grand Tourer. So yeah, I do really like this, and I do really like the new 8 Series. I probably prefer the new M8, to be honest, but I think it looks amazing. It's a bit too big, but... I do like these old ones as well. Big V12. You'd never get that in the new one. Anyway, here we are. And for some reason the cutscene's showing me driving through a wall because Forza. Right. And here we have the BMW with the pop-up lights down, which looks so much better. Right. Straight into the upgrades. Yeah, look at that. Looks so good. Kind of always imagined it had a lower sort of nose, this, I guess. Maybe I'm thinking of the M1. But it's kind of that kind of look, isn't it? But a bit later, obviously, than being a 90s car. Ooh, look at that. Look at that grey interior with very dark wood. Not sure I like that. Right. So, here at the front, we have the BMW bumper. Isn't that just essentially without the... Looks a lot better without that number plate plinth thing across it. Racing thingy one, which I can't see properly. How's that different to the stock one? I'm not convinced that's any different to the stock one. Oh, it is slightly. And Forza. So I think we'll go with the aftermarket. Well, it's not really aftermarket, the BMW part. We've got a nice little wing that's not a Forza wing, so I'm going to use that. BMW bumper and that one. I think we'll match the front bumper with that. We've got the BMW sides. So I wonder what these are off. Because these are obviously off a slightly sportier model. Unless there was like a performance pack or something weird for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, because we can have the BMW vent there as well. Sure, as it's available, we'll do that. Yes, I wonder what this is from. Whether they did do a more powerful one, or whether there was an M8 concept or something. I'm sure somebody watching knows. Right, okay. It's a road car. Let's go without the tyre writing. We're already in A class, so that answers the question of which class shall we build it to. Let's bring these out a bit. Usually do 2 on the front and 3 on the back, otherwise it looks a bit weird. I might actually bring that in one, because it looks a bit off. Obviously, if you're going completely for performance, you just bring them all out, both out the whole way. But I kind of want them to look a bit better. Actually, you know what? We'll keep the old wheel style, but we will... What are these? Because they're 17s. Maybe not quite 20s, but I think we could get away with 19s on here. Just make it look a little bit more modern. Yeah, let's go with that. Did the performance parts. Engine swaps I won't do, but we have a 4-litre V8, a 5-litre V10, and a 6-litre V12. Not entirely sure what those are from. Obviously you have your usual all-wheel drive swap, and a twin-turbo option. Alright, so next up I'll do the gearbox bits. Usually do those next. It's kind of annoying because it doesn't quite want to stay in B class with the kind of upgrades I want, but it's going to be a bit of a, well, not a stretch to get it at top of A class, but that looks quite good on the low suspension. It's a little bit too low at the back, I think. Yeah, I don't like doing roll cage and weight reduction. Yeah, we're going to end up putting in more power than I'd like, I think, to get this to the top of... We'll see what happens if I go with sport parts all the way through. We might still need a little bit more. Don't quite want to go race on it, but we might have to. We could put the turbos in, I suppose. We'll go race on a couple of parts, see if we can get this to... Obviously I'm leaving it rear wheel drive, so it's never going to be that competitive. We'll see if we can get the exhaust on. Now we're going to end up with most of these parts on, I think. Can we sneak anything else in? No. That's a little bit random at the end there, what I was throwing on, but... Anyway, let's see what wonderful designs the Forza community have come up with. I'm actually filming this a little bit later. I'm filming this on the Friday morning, not the Thursday evening, so we might have some more options in here. If not, we'll just go with a nice plain colour like usual. We've got a Galaxy one. Oh, the Alpina one. That'll look good, I think. Ooh, Alpina green as well. might go with the green. I will quickly check if it looks okay, but really I should have checked the manufacturer colours first, because if I go into there it's going to remove this paint, isn't it? I kind of want to see what manufacturer colours there are. Or maybe I don't, because that actually looks really good. It's not quite built to the same specs as the Alpina, but yeah. No, don't. That's not what I clicked on. Right, okay, I will quickly check the original colours before we decide on that design. But yeah, I would have made sure it was a 6.7 if I was trying to match that. Okay, so that green is slightly darker, but that's an option anyway. So we've got the bright red, the darker red, which is almost brown. Dark blue. And we've got the blacks and silvers and stuff. That actually looks really good in the silver. But I might just go for the green. I think that looks really nice. Yeah, because it's not built exactly the same as the Alpina, so I think we'll just go plain green and not have all the badging on there. Okay, as soon as Forza decides to save this, we will go and see what it's actually like built to the top of A-Class. Like I say, it's still rear-wheel drive, so might be interesting handling. But yeah, it is still another car in the game, I guess. It's just kind of irritating that it's recycled from an old game. And again, it's one of these themed updates where it's all German sports cars. Not quite, because the Porsche's obviously done by Singer in California, but yeah, they are kind of theming them still. Like we had American trucks before, and we've had that sort of idea. So I would kind of like more variety each month. Because in the end, this and the AMG Hammer are both big front engine rear wheel drive cars. Yes, the Porsche is a bit different, but then that was a new car, and I think these two have both been recycled. Yeah, that noise is a bit... I think it sounds too much like every other V12. About a bit of interior view. Ah yes, the generic 90s dials. Yeah, not sure about the grey leather and the really dark wood veneer. It's a bit 1990s. That's what you got in all the luxury cars and stuff, I guess, then. So. Slightly a shame we can't see this thing properly. But we've got the pop-ups up. But yeah, that probably is going to do it for a first look at this BMW, the unmodified and modified version. Oh, we've still got the brakes glowing. Yeah, it does look good. It does look good. I would like to see the new one added, but like I say, that's in the crew too, so I will be testing that out on there at some point, hopefully. But yeah, that is probably going to do it for a first look at the BMW 850 CSI. Available for 50% of this week's seasonal playlist if you want to get your hands on one. I always recommend you do get these cars while they're here, because you never know when they're going to come up again. But yeah, I won't be testing out anything next week because there's no new cars, but the following week I will be testing out the AMG Hammer, which luckily is only for one race series. You don't have to do the whole playlist for that one, so it'll be a little bit easier to win. But yeah, that is going to be all for this video, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.